Hi, I am Justin Paperny, and today I'm actually going to post a very rare video to my YouTube channel. The majority of my videos go to White Collar Advice, which is my prison consulting company, but I also do a lot of corporate speaking on ethics and white collar crime, so I'm going to film this video on my channel, which I don't frankly spend a whole lot of time on, but here I am. I'm filming this video for an awesome client and a really good friend. A lot of defendants talk about doing everything to prepare for the best outcome, and not all of them actually do it. Everyone wants a better life, and then when you express to them what's involved in having a successful sentence or successful prison term, post-prison life, the realization kicks in like, wow, that's a lot of work. It's like, yeah, it's a lot of work. So I have a client who is going to be speaking at a major university next week. And I mean, it's just awesome. He's written a speech, he's preparing, he's practicing, he's cultivating his talking points. He's not going to get paid. He's not going looking for notoriety or money. I'm not going to mention his name, but he's going to help business students understand how one decision, one email, one favor, a desire to please someone can derail a major portion of your life. So I've traveled the country lecturing, and I've been offering him some advice on how to give his lecture. So while speaking a few days ago, I shared with him a quote that I often use in my lectures, and it's from Friedrich Nietzsche, who I think was an existentialist philosopher, died in the 1850s. If I get the date wrong, don't send me any nasty emails, please. Nietzsche in the 50s, an existentialist philosopher. I write about him in my book, Lessons from Prison. And in my lectures, I frequently issue this quote from Nietzsche that says, "The value of a thing sometimes does not lie in which one attains by it, I can't even say the quote. The value of a thing sometimes does not lie in that which one attains by it, but in what pays for it, what it costs us." I now know I've actually been saying the quote incorrectly since I've been lecturing since 2009, but my interpretation is basically the same thing. So what does this quote mean, and why do I mention this quote, even though I've been saying it kind of incorrectly, in every single lecture that I give, whether it's at USC or the FBI or Wells Fargo or KPMG or to anyone? Because a lot of great people have gone to prison because they may be after something, a goal, a desire, money, enrichment, promotion, recognition, praise. They may want something so severely that they don't recognize what they may pay for it in return. And that was sort of the case with me as a stockbroker. What did I want to attain as a young stockbroker at Bear Stearns? Well, I wanted to be number one in my class. I wanted to advance. I wanted a bigger office. I wanted higher priced clients. I wanted it so badly that I didn't pay attention to what I was paying, to get it. My integrity, my morality, my health. I was 40 pounds heavier in my 20s. I was a drinker. I was terrible at nurturing relationships. So I had attained it, but at what cost? And the irony is I've had this discussion with a number of my prison consulting clients that go to prison. I have the discussion with a lot of students who say, well, you know what? I'm studying 100. I'm studying 100 hours a week, and I'm getting straight A's, and I'm doing it because I want to make big money and be really, really successful. But at what expense? What is it costing them? Well, maybe some of the college experience, maybe some of their health, maybe it's their diet. Some have admitted to me they've done some drugs to get through some long study sessions. So they may attain the wealth and the career, but at what expense? What does it truly cost them? And this is a lesson that I've conveyed through all of my lectures. And my client who's speaking next week at a major university, he's a really awesome golfer. So I thought it would I read this article this morning about a professional golfer. Let me turn this up a little bit. Lebanon equipment woes, I took the money. Spencer Levin, whatever, didn't mince words in the wake of his worst season in a decade spent on the PGA Tour. Levin, 33, is one of the most active pros on tour, making 31 starts. But most of them ended dearly, as he missed 18 cuts and managed only a pair of top 25 finishes en route to losing his card. Go on and on. I took the money. Everybody said don't do it, and they were right. I learned the hard way. So let's talk about that Nietzsche quote for a minute. What did he want to attain? Well, clearly he wanted to attain more money. He wanted to take a big check to switch clubs. But what did it cost him? Well, as he says in this article, it cost him his PGA Tour card. When he put the golf club in his hand, he didn't feel comfortable over the golf ball. He missed cuts. He didn't place in the top 10s. He was out of the top 125 on the money list, and now he's back on the the minor league tour, the web.com tour, and he since reverted back to the clubs that made him a very good touring professional for the last 5 or 10 years. He attained or wanted something, the money, but at what cost? His PGA Tour card. So the reason that I'm sharing this message with you and in my lectures, and I'm hoping that my client who's speaking next week will convey this same message to students. You may want to attain something, but at what cost? And my second book, which is around here somewhere, Ethics in Motion, I share a collection of 16 prison consulting stories my first year out of prison. And you'll see in that book, if you read it, I'm happy to send it to you at no cost, that a number of my clients were out to attain something significant, promotion, advancement, money, but it cost them in a number of ways. In these cases, not just their career and their licenses, and in some cases their family, but their freedom. And let me close with this thought. What good does it do, or what is the upside in pursuing something at such a great cost if it could potentially turn into our long-term destruction, if it's to our detriment? So let's think about that for a quick second. At 26, I so badly wanted to attain the status of being a very young, successful stockbroker at Bear Stearns, but who cares if it eventually is going to cost me my reputation and money and create victims who I'll spend the rest of my life trying to make amends to. It hurts my family. Who cares? So I want you to think about that as you engage in business or make decisions. You may be after something. You may want to attain it, as Nietzsche says. But what does it cost you? And I hope that it doesn't cost you your morality, your dignity, your decency, and in my case, with the wonderful people with whom I work, not just all of that, but their freedom. Thanks for giving me 5 or 10 minutes of your day. I wish you all well. And maybe I'll actually post a few more videos to this channel. I think this is my second one in about 2 years. Okay, thank you all very much. Hope you found this helpful. Bye-bye.